Hello everybody, and welcome to Football Manager 2023. This is episode 0. This is basically going to be the rundown of what we're going to do in this year's Football Manager. You can see there in the bottom left corner, it does still say that this is the beta version. It's currently the 7th of November. The full game is released tomorrow. I didn't want to start my save game in the beta, just in case there was any issues with it. So today is going to be the rundown of what we're going to do for the duration, for the year basically, for FM23, and we'll have a quick look through it. Right, so the idea I had this year was something that I actually saw on Twitter. If you're not already following me on Twitter, by the way, there'll be a link in the description. There's also a little thing popping up across the screen, which tells you what my Twitter is. But it was basically like a Mourinho type challenge, a European journeyman. What I'm planning on doing is I'm taking, you can see there's currently 35 nations in Europe. We're going to exclude Belarus and Russia for obvious reasons. So 33 nations across Europe. And what I want to do, very ambitious by the way, very ambitious, is I want to win the top league in each of the 33 nations. Now it's going to be very, very, very ambitious, like I say. And I want to start at the bottom and work my way up. Obviously, we'll end with countries like England, Germany, France, Spain. But I want to work my way up from the bottom. I've actually put together a little list, a little check sheet on Google Sheets, which I'll show you guys in a minute. But I've based it off coefficients at the start of the game. Right now, I've basically just jumped into a quick save game here, just loaded one up. And this is the list of the current coefficients. So obviously, there's a lot of leagues in here which aren't playable in the game. For example, Cyprus, Azerbaijan, they're not actually playable in the game. We're only concentrating on the 33 which are playable. So if we scroll right to the bottom, the first one in the game that is playable is actually Iceland. So we're going to be starting off in Iceland. Now this save it's not about European competition. We don't care about any of that. It's basically about winning the Icelandic Premier Division. Once we've won the Icelandic Premier Division, we'll then move on to the next one on the list, which in this case happens to be Wales. So it'll be onto the Welsh Premier League. So the idea is to have, like 2 or 3 nations loaded at the same time. I think after Wales, the next one's quite far up. It might actually be Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland. So I'm basically going to make a database where it's got every player in the game loaded in, but without the leagues being loaded in. And as I go through the nations, I'm going to add and remove leagues as I go. So I'll start off with maybe Iceland and Wales loaded. Do what we need to do in Iceland, and then Wales is already loaded. Once I've won the league in Iceland, I'm going to quit my job basically, or whatever, and apply for a job in Wales. Now it is going to take a very, very long time to do. I'm giving myself the full year to do this. We could be talking numerous seasons. There probably won't be as many like live comms in the on the YouTube videos. It'll maybe be more a case of just going back through highlights of games. 5, 6, 7 games at a time. We might throw the odd live com in here every now and then if it's like a title decider or something like that. It is going to be a very, very, very ambitious save game though. So this is the spreadsheet that we've got. I've accidentally clicked a button on there. Well, that should say nation at the top of there. I've accidentally clicked a button there for some reason. I've got 34. No, I haven't. I've got 33 nations listed here, as I said. As you can see, starting off in Iceland, then moving on to Wales, Northern Ireland, Latvia. Finland. Is quite surprising that Latvia is higher ranked than Ireland, maybe. But yeah, this is the list that we've got to run to, and we've got little check boxes for when we're done. Coefficient wise, you can see where they are rank wise, and like I say, we work our way up towards England, Spain, Italy, Germany. Some big nations on the way through here. We have got Israel in here. Like I say, it's just going to be a European journey save. Work our way through all the nations, winning the top league in each one. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of challenges along the way. There's going to be league rules and stuff like that. Like I know, for example, in Iceland, you have to have 8 homegrown players at club in your match day squad, stuff like that. Wales is not so bad. Ireland, I don't think I've ever managed him, but a lot of the Scandinavian ones, they do have rules like that. With Czech Republic, Switzerland, Ukraine, we're going to put Ukraine in there. So yeah, it's going to be very, very, very challenging. It's something which I'm looking forward to. It's going to be a lot of work. And I hope that you guys stick with me throughout the whole thing. It's going to take a while, though. It is going to take a while, but I want to do it. I've had the idea swirling around inside my head for a little while. There's going to be a lot of editing that goes into it and stuff like that as well, with the match highlights, stuff like that. So that's basically it. That's the rundown of what we're doing in Football Manager 23, and like I say, I'm excited about it. I hope you guys are too. So tune in tomorrow for episode number 1, where we're going to choose our first team in Iceland. We're going to start off unemployed. That's one of the big things. We're going to start off as a Sunday League footballer as well. I do feel as though the first couple of nations we're going to be stuck in them for a little while we build a reputation, stuff like that up. We may have to start in the 3rd tier in Iceland maybe, so it's going to take us at least 3 seasons to get into the top tier, depending on job-wise, stuff like that. But I do want to start right at the very bottom for this. It's kind of similar to a Pentagon challenge, really, but we're doing it across 33 nations instead of 5 continents. So yeah, tune in tomorrow, guys, for episode number 1, and I'll catch you all later. Cheers.